Hello, Kalu Kalay. How are we doing today? My name is Notepad and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today, obviously, we're going to be going over Brave New World. Yes, Brave New World. Oh, geez. Yes, today is going to be Advancement Day. Didn't really do too much. Provided the example, Zappinator, of course, and added a little bit of zap. Added some costs when it came to the cars. Cars tended to be pretty generic when it comes to pricing. I don't really expect people to buy cars. I expect people to get in a car, if that makes sense. It's like, hey, we stole a car, rather than like, oh, hey, we totally bought a car. No. I am thinking people are going to buy or people are going to steal cars more than they're going to buy them. And that's kind of what this is supposed to reflect. Meaning, like, you aren't going to buy a tailspin right off the bat. That's not the point of the tailspin. You're not going to buy a blockade runner. You're going to you're going to find a blockade runner, or the GM's going to give you a blockade runner and be like, this is your vehicle. Or, hey, you're going to get a Lion 1. I did also decide to bump up all the combat ratings of the planes. I kind of fixed how ramming works in general. Effectively, how ramming works is, let's say we make a competition, I succeed, I'm going to hit you. I have the option of hitting you or evading. If I evade, I'm actually going to do damage to you because you're scared shitless. If I hit you, I'm going to do my combat rating in D6 damage to you, to your durability. So, for example, let's say the bandit hits a bug, it's going to do 4 damage. It just slams into it. It's 4 durability damage. Pretty ouch. The loser is going to do half of their combat rating to the enemy. The bug doesn't have anything, so hitting the bug doesn't really do anything. On the other hand, let's say, for example, the shark here. The shark, let's say, like, the swamper hits the shark. The shark's going to do 2d6 to the swamper, even though the swamper actually hit them. Ramming is not beneficial to anyone, especially when you get things like the hurricane, for example. If the hurricane hits a blockade runner, the blockade runner has a good chance of just killing the hurricane. Like, but that's blockade runner's entire thing, is like, hey, we're going to resist it. But that's why you also get Taisho wings. You get Taisho wings, you are able to effectively say nah, and kind of ignore a lot of that damage and kind of have some fun with doing it. And so, no, Miramasa wings, that's what I ended up calling them. Muramasa wing. Yeah, Muramasa wings. Retaliatory ram damage upon a successful. Yeah. You get Muramasa wings on a blockade runner, you can really fuck people's day up. But you're also subbing out a slot you can use for literally anything else, because that's pretty important. Oh, goodness. Let's see, we've got spells kind of turned out the exact way I kind of wanted them. Added some artwork because I can do that. Yes, advancement. Got a few ideas how I want to do advancement. Nothing really too precise. The entire idea behind it, though, is that you're going to get abilities, feats, or improvements. Abilities are effectively, are, for lack of a better word, tap for X. And what I mean by a tap for X is you're going to say, hey, I want to tap this. I want to tap my core I'm going to spend 2 core, 2 physical core to reroll all of my attack die. Or, hey, I'm going to do this and re-roll this, or turn all of my 6s into double successes, or things like that. Very, very abilities effectively. You are spending a resource to get more out of something. Feats, on the other hand, feats are more passive effects that make your life easier. Not going to be as many feats. They're going to be a little bit more like relaxed or a little bit more weird. You're also end up going to have improvements, which are pretty much going to be skill improvement, which are going to be skill improvements. That's really all it's going to be. You're just going to get better skills. Skills are seem a bit quieter than usual. Probably. I did move my mic away a little bit. I mean, I can put it. I can get that ASMR quality in here. Hello, gamers. It's your boy Notepad. Hopefully, we're all having a good day today. I am in your room. Open up the fucking door. Open up. Yeah, so it's a little bit, if I'm a little bit quieter, apologies. It does happen. Let's see. This is kind of the basic idea. Actually, abilities are specific talents and specific talents that allow the mercenary to tap into to allow to the mercenary to spend one of their cores to perform amazing feats. Rarely are these minor. Rarely are the perform amazing feats. Actually perform amazing. Amazing deeds. Feats are a passive effect that once chosen will stick with the merc until their dying day. And finally, improvements act as a method to increase their Finally, improvements act as a method to increase prowess in both skills and their traits. Both skills and their traits. Oop, didn't mean to hit that. Advance and break worlds. So. I don't think. I've got a few ways to do advancement. I'm kind of debating on what I want to do. Okay, so let's think. What is the main cycle of this game? What's the main cycle? Generally speaking, we're going to go on an adventure. There's going to be an event. We're going to do a thing. with the end result usually of getting paid, and usually with the end result of getting paid / getting something. So, okay, here's what we can do. The mercenaries will earn these advancements by acquiring actually, how do I want to word this? By reputation, and by building their reputation and deeds. Reputation acts. Actually, how do I want to do? No, we want to do it at the end of at the end of the adventure. You can choose a new feat, or you can choose a new adventure. You can choose something, but we want to have a minor and we want to have a major. So, actually, okay. Let's see. Mercenaries will earn an advancement at the end of any major adventure they are on. Let's see. We'll earn the end of any major adventure they are on. Actually, earn either a minor or major advancement. No. I want to word. Effectively, what I want to do is I want to have like minor ones, which you're going to get consistently, session by session. You're always going to get something. It's like, hey, you've done it, cool, you've got it. But a major one is, pretty much like adventure based, where you could have if you want to have an adventure, for example, kind of like a big arc, you can say you can have an adventure be 3 sessions, and at the end of the day, this 3-session adventure is going to be a major and 3 minor. Actually, it would be a major and 2 minor. So it's like, okay, you're getting something every session, but minors don't really do that much. It's like you can improve things, but it's more like an investment. So I'm trying to think of yeah, that's going to be Sunday ethical. This isn't cyberpunk lore today. Yeah, Sunday is going to be cyberpunk lore. This is going to be how do we use an advancement system. Actually, I know how we can do this. At the end of an adventure, the mercenaries will have the opportunity to advance, acquiring any ability, feat, or improvement of the choice. Let's see. Opportunity to advance, acquiring any ability, feat, or improvement of their choice. Acquiring any ability, feat, or improvement of their choice when if they can't complete an adventure, if they can't complete a full adventure in a single session. If they cannot complete a full adventure, they will instead get deed. They'll get a deed. Deeds can be deeds are minor. Deeds can be banked. For a larger advancement. Can be banked for a larger advancement, or immediately cashed out. Or immediately cashed out for for a minor improvement. Yeah, okay, that works. let's get, or immediately cashed out for a minor improvement or lump sum. Hey, you want to get fucking just paid more? Yeah, can't complete a full adventure, they get deeds. These can be banked from for a minor improvement or a lump sum of local currency. Mm-hmm. 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 Advance and immediately cash out for a minor improvement lump sum of local currency at the end of the adventure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we want to... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do abilities. We're going to then immediately lead up to, it's going to be abilities, immediately into feats, and then immediately into improvements. But then we're going to do... we're going to talk about deeds at the end. So, that's all we're going to do. So... Every ability that the mercenary acquires allows them to spend a part of their core. Every ability that the mercenary acquires allows them to spend a part of their core to perform an amazing a technique to give them an edge in the confrontation. Oh, these can be announced at any point. Let's see. These can be announced at any point before. These can be announced at any point during a roll, but not after the results have been. Let's see. These can be announced at any point during a roll, during a check, but not after the results have been. Not after have been solidified let's see. Not after the results have been written in by the announcer. But not after the results have been written in by the announcer. If the mercenary fails to if the mercenary fails to catch a villain in a foot race, they cannot declare a reroll. They cannot declare they will reroll their failures after the announcer describes the fail let's see, after the announcer describes the getting away in a car. Effectively, the idea is when I say, okay, so we're before a roll, you can use any abilities, me like give you extra dice, give you extra abilities or whatever. You roll the dice. Hey, I want to re-roll all my failures. Cool, I'm going to re-roll my failures. I'm going to take all these and I'm going to re-roll. Cool, I can announce that. That's fine. Everything is okay so far. I've looked at it, I'm like, okay, that's it. That's going to be my role. You can't describe later that you want to, like, oh, I want to re-roll my failures, especially in, like, opposed checks. So it could probably be written a little bit better, but I just want to get down on paper. So... Actually, no. declared the actually not after the announcers declared let's see, these can be announced at any point during a check, but not before the announcer. Use action onward. Insert. If you keep a roll to not. You keep a roll. If Merc, I should say, the Merc keeps a roll to not catch up to a villain. They cannot declare it 10 minutes. They cannot declare it later. They cannot declare it later that they wish to reroll that check. They cannot declare it later. They cannot declare it in a later scene. That they wish to reroll that check. Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of obvious, being like, you know, you had your chance to do this. Please, on. A merc does have the normally, actually I should say, normally a merc cannot spend core they do not have. Normally a merc cannot spend core they do not have. Meaning that if a ability costs two mental core, if they only have one, they can't use it. They do not have, meaning ability cost. This can be changed if the merc chooses to make it a critical moment. If they overspend their core, during this time, they will immediately take a wound. Take a wound, but not suffer the effects until their next check. So it's kind of like, hey, you are free to use these things, but only during a critical moment. Anytime you're like, I want to make a crit with this, can you actually choose to be like, hey, I'm going to actively kind of fuck myself over here a little bit. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. How do we want to do this? Okay, first things first, let's bring you down here. I think we're going to call this the name, the cost. So we can put a one to the left, core. So the name, core, cost, description. Okay. All right, easy enough to do. So if we actually, we can maybe even, if we want to save some room, what we can do is insert row above. This would be emotional damage. There we go. Emotional, name, core, name, cost, description. So cuckoo choo choo. So let's just think about things what we want to occur. Well, first things first, we want a reroll. We're just gonna put in some ideas here. We want a reroll. We want a we'll add a boost mechanic. We'll just put like +1d twist. Reroll, let's say reroll failures. Let's think about things that we can do that would be interesting. Easy enough to do. So, let's just go down the list. Do we want to do anything with critical moments? Actually, we can do, we can force a critical. Easy enough to understand. By success, by SL. We can just say, hey, you're gonna tap some, you're gonna pretty much hurt yourself to get some. We got already a twist here. Don't really need assisting, extended checks. We can actually do, maybe like power through extended checks, maybe like just knock some off right off the top. But I guess that we can do like by SL, but maybe we can do like a speed. Actually, we can speed up extended checks. Twinkle in the eye. What's power and hope. Use will, use charm. Effectively, these would be, hey, you're making a daredevil plus fucking smarts check, and they're like, that's what the GM calls. You can be like, nope, I'm gonna tap this, and I'm gonna use my will. Doesn't matter whatever it is, I'm gonna be able to use my will for it. It's eating away at my emotional core a little bit, but I can do it now. That's my right to do that. I'm spending a resource to do something. Iron will, emotional for mental. Actually, I should do mental for emotional. Just a scratch. This is going to be physical for emotional. I could say things like just a scratch and things that's going to be very important. So we're just going to go down. Add guts, so you can just be like, hey, I'm going to add my guts to whatever it is, because, hey, you're just performing heroics. Let's see. We want to do Daredevil, Doctor, Explorer. Not really gonna have to worry too much about this. This works pretty well. Actually, we can do a Banner Man. Add cohesion. Add cohesion. Just straight up add cohesion. Disruptive, challenging. Actually, how do I want to do? Devil in the detail. Use a curse as a quirk. pretty much you can, whatever your curse is, anytime your curse comes up, you get to use it immediately. You can tap this, you can spend a little bit of your emotional core and use it instead as a quirk. You know, it's just like, oh no, a curse is coming out, and you know, oh no, you're reducing team cohesion. You have to pay a cost. You're making a challenge. You also get to do one of these with it. So it's kind of like, hey, like the GM's like, oh nah, yeah, you silly Billy, you. Actually, we can do empath. Take a mental / emotional wound, remove a mental / emotional wound from so yeah, that's kind of the idea of empath. It's pretty much a 2 for 1. Starting gear, no, jagged alliance, cohesion. Actually, all for 1. When an ally uses cohesion. When an ally uses cohesion for a miracle or recovery, when an ally, they don't, but you're spending it from, it's like, hey, you look at them all for 1, they're using this, you can say, nope, I'm going to tap this, I'm going to burn some of my emotional core, so they don't do it, but it's when an ally does it. Now, when you, when using miracle, actually no, all for 1. Investigations. Mr. Holmes. Dr. Sherlock. There we go. Dr. Sherlock. When discovering a, let's see, when discovering a, how do I want to do? When discovering a exterior, when discovering an exterior clue, an exterior or herring clue, find another clue of the same to find another. When discovering an exterior clue, actually when now an exterior clue. Find a deep clue as well. Fronting the devil. Actually, some good ones we can do here. Off of the aura during a confrontation. Add +1 mark. Add +1 mark when using. Will. When using, it would be charm or will. Let's see. During confrontation, add +1 mark when using charm or will. So you're just spending a little bit of your emotional core at the expense of you automatically get a mark, which may let you win because you're just that fucking confident. these people listen to you because, hey, when actor in a confrontation, when someone issues a threat in a confrontation, call them out, removing the threat. But again, you're spending resources to do this. They say, I'm doing this. You're like, no, you aren't. You fucking wouldn't. They can redo it, mind you, and you would have to spend it again, but you can say, hey, I'm calling a bluff. I don't think you're doing this. Good old-fashioned Mexican standoff, Mexican radio. Anything here that we can use? Loud on the field, increase defense by +2. Increase defense by +3 and come one out of cover. Effectively, you get free defense. The entire concept being like, you are not supposed to be here. Like, no one's looking for a clown on this battlefield. Like, you're not a threat. Like, yeah. It's like, wait a goddamn second. See. Wacky KO. When defeating, let's see. When defeating an enemy, add deal 1d emotional damage to any enemy inside of the same zone. Pretty much, you defeat someone in a goofy way. Like, yep, you've punched someone and they, you know, like, uh-oh. You should have one for all to go with all for one. Mind you, this is just for emotional cores. Noonie, we still have to do mental core. I was thinking with mental core we're going to have a one for all, you know, all for one. You know, it's kind of like, hey, rely on me. That's going to be kind of the idea. That's going to be the you know, rely on me. Because this is just for, like, one particular core we're going through right now. Pull an object out of the mercenary's pocket. When did this get in there? Momentum is the flow of combat. Core combat drags on. Not all according to Keikaku is going to be there. Actually, we can do add momentum. Going to do add momentum, add initiative. These mercenaries are enemy wish to engage in combat. They have a surprise round. I don't know. Going on here? You shouldn't be that way. Fuck. You're not supposed to be. That's not supposed to be that way. Space after paragraph. War cry. Actually, no. Encouraging words. The mercenary may instead may use the heal action. May use the heal action at a range of 1. Pretty much, you're going to use a little bit of your core, and you're going to be able to say, hey, you can use your encourage action. We're going to do fast talk, or an fast talk. Quickly blabbers to an enemy they are in the same zone as. Making a charm plus confidant check. Making a charm slash actually be confidant slash gangster. Making a actually charm plus confidant slash gangster. Check again. Any SL deal 1 plus SL, deal 1 plus SL mental deal 1 DSL mental stress to the target. Yeah, effectively, if you succeed, you're gonna do mental stress to them because you're just fast talking. They're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Yeah, it's cut. You can do that. Let's see. Is there anything? Exotic flourish. Actually, no. Taking damage. We can add the reduced damage aspect to it. Just reduce damage, emotional, like reduce damage. Actually, Mind of Steel, resist the critical effect of curse, necromantic, psychic, or psychic damage. Let's go. Gain the invigorated condition until the end of round in combat. Actually, I should say action. Combat action. Action. Combat action. Combat action. What do I have? Let's see. Immediately cover from the drained or fatigued condition. Actually, no. You recover. Immediately cover from the drained or enfeebled. Actually, from. Immediately make a heal check. Immediately make a heal check. Using will instead of the regular heal trait. You're literally just powering through because fuck it, you can do that. We don't really have to worry about vehicle combat, Arsenal of Democracy. I don't really think we need to worry about this too much. Actually, probably put nah. Yes, I decided to put someone with bare chest because I find bare chest to be funny. Nature of kits, vehicles. Again, we don't really worry about vehicles all that much. Or vehicle mods. Do we have anything for magic that we want to use? Not that. So if we're doing this right, we're going to then do Control C. Oh, didn't mean to hit that button. Hit Control C, Control V. So reroll. The mercenary. On the rerolls all failures on their check, taking the next result, taking the next result. A boost though, the mercenary adds +1d2, +1d twist to any check involving the emotional core. Let's see. +1d check involving will or actually no, the charm or will. Personable. Reroll. Some of them are going to be generic. I'm going to put generic ones kind of up here. With the idea being that these ones are going to be used for a little bit of everything. Technically, I can put this one. These are just going to be boosto. Add +1d. +1 SL to any successful check they make with charm or will. Blow up. work some magic. I may make a second extended check during the same time period. Actually, tend to check with the same time period when using charm or will, because that's part of your fucking core. Again, these ones are doing the same thing. Force a critical. This one's gonna go up here. Okay, so twinkle in the eye. Twinkle in the eye. The mercenary uses their charm instead of the trait designated by the let's see, the mercenary uses their charm instead of the trait of the trait designated by the announcer for a single check. Power in hope. It's gonna be the mercenary uses their will instead of the trait designated by the announcer for a single check. I'm capitalizing these just so people know me, like, this is just for charm, this is just for will. Iron will spend emotional core to recover mental core at a 2-to-1 ratio. Just a scratch. Spend emotional core to recover a physical core at a 2-to-1 ratio. Not very efficient to do this, but also gonna let you get out of dodge a little easier. That's literally all it's going to be. It's not too exciting. Heroics. Add +1 cohesion. Add +1 cohesion from the group. Add +1 cohesion to the group. Devil in the details. When a curse is invoked against the mercenary, they may add a quirk benefit to it instead. They may add a quirk benefit to it as well. Pretty much you'll be able to get a little bit of bonuses from it. And that's good because we like bonuses. Take a mental/emotional wound. Take a remove a mental/emotional wound from 2 allies. All for one, when an ally uses cohesion for a miracle or recovery, they do not reduce cohesion. Dr. Sherlock, when finding an exterior clue. Oh, I fight my enemies. Na 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 na. Call a bluff. Let's see when. Issues a threat. Call them out. Call them out. Removing the threat. Removing the threat. Cloud on the field. Ooh. In combat, increase defense to 4 when out of cover. Oh, wacky KO. Wacky KO. When defeating an enemy, deal 1d emotional stress to any targets inside of the same zone. Hostile combatants. That's fucking, what am I? Combatants inside the same zone. Pocket of word. Pull any small object out of the mercenary's pocket. When did this get in there? Mark. Increase the momentum of the combat encounter. Let's increase the momentum by the combat encounter by +1. Heal action at range of 1. You're effectively shouting them down, being like, please God, what you doing? Effectively a warlord shout. Mind of Steel. Of curse, necromantic or psychic damage. Let's go. Let's go. Combat action. And coffee for the soul. Combat action. Immediately make a heal check using will instead of the regular heal trait. Alright, so okay. Find you. We can actually probably bump you up like this. We do that. Okay, so generally speaking, we're going to have at most we can have like about 14. So literally any expenditure is kind of a painful. Let's say real high, like real high expenditure. I'm amazed this game is taking so long, given you haven't been stuck on anything. I did get stuck on something. I will say that I did get stuck on the social system. The thing with this one is like there was just a lot of stuff to do. Like that's really the end all be all of it. There was just a lot of stuff to do with it, and I didn't really work on it too much outside of streams, which probably not the best option, but yeah, that's just kind of the nature of things. Labs add an enemy. So, all for one. Use a cohesion miracle. Do not reduce cohesion. 4. Add +1 cohesion to the group. 5. Call a bluff when opponent in a confrontation issues set. Call them out. 3. Out on the field. 3. Coffee for the soul. 2. Confident aura during confrontation. Add +1 mark. 3. Devil in the detail. The broken mercenary. I need to change the name. They may add a quirk benefit to it as well. 1. Dr. Sherlock. Actually, we'll say 2. Dr. Sherlock. When finding an exterior clue, find a deep one as well. 1. Actually, 2. Okay, 3. Empathy. 5. Encouraging words may use the heal action at a range of 1. 3. Fast talk. 3. Glow up. 4. Actually 2. Actually, no, 1. We'll just do 1 for glow up. Heroics. Add guts to an emotional core check of any type. 2. Iron Will. Spend emotional core to recover mental core. This is going to be 2. This is going to be technically 0. But we're going to make a note here being like, I spend 8 emotional core, I recover 4 mental core. Yeah, it's not really efficient to do this, and that's fine with me personally. Let's go. Again, the invigorated condition. Just, actually, I'm gonna say 3 because you can recover HP with it a little bit. Mind of Steel, resist critical, 2. Actually, I'm gonna say that's gonna be 2. Personable, +1 to any check involving that. 1. Bucket of Verd. 1. Power of Hope. 2. Actually, 3. Raw Bravado. 2. Rerolls all failures. 2. Seize the day. 3. Twinkle in the eye. 4. 3. Wacky KO. 2. Actually, we'll say 3. Work some magic. Nope. So, what we get to do now is we get to take all this. We get this. And we get to copy it. And we go here, column. Mentat. Ow. Goodness. So, let's do. Actually, let's just do some work. All for one. We're going to have one for all instead. Actually, when using a cohesion, When using a cohesion to recover, one other member of the group may also use it. May also recover as if they spent cohesion. Banner Man. We don't really need Banner Man. Call a Bluff. Don't really need that one. During combat, identify a actually combat action, identify a threat. Choose an enemy. Choose an enemy. They have -1 defense. They have -2 defense until they have -2 defense against the mercenary. Actually, that would that was not it, right? Yeah. Caduceus. Let's see. Add +3. Add 3 +3D twist. Twist when performing a heal check on another mercenary. So it's a much more efficient way, but it's only on a very particular thing, like you are specifically trying to heal another character. Confident Aura. During a confrontation, add or remove one mark. Add or remove one mark from a target during a confrontation. When someone makes a threat, increase mark by +1. Increase or decrease total marks by 1. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm gonna call you out on this. Like you don't really want to do this. Or like we're gonna get an advantage, even no way we look at it. Make a second investigation. Make a second investigation check. Actually, during an investigation, make a check and buy a clue, a type of clue with the amount of SL. Mm. So it's kind of like, hey, you're like, yeah, you're a consulting detective. You're going to just make a check, and you're going to take the number of successes you have and just get whatever you want. You can say, hey, I want to buy a level 3 clue. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. And you just get whatever you want. It's expensive. It's 4. And that's 4 mental core you can use. Mm. 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 Many chances. We'll do this. Actually, when an ally takes a wound, have them take a ignore when an ally takes a wound, ignore that. Have them ignore it. Have them ignore it. But take 1d mental core stress instead. From seeing a possibility. So it's kind of like, hey, you're actually, we won't even say it's like it's going to cost a lot to do this, but it's like, hey, you're going to take a wound. No, you're not. I'm going to take this because I'm seeing what's going on, not actually happening. I can't believe Nopad died from Ligma, Nurgle's weakest warrior. Mm. 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 Let's see. The mercenary increases the range of any firearm by 2 for the rest of the round. Mm. Mm. Would be a good combat action for them. Let's see. Mm. Mm. Again, a mental check. Blow up. Brain power to any. This would be focus or smarts. We don't have fast talk. This would be spend mental core to recover emotional core. At a range of 2 to 1, spend mental core to recover physical core. Calculated loss. Moment's hesitation. Let's go. see. Resist the effect of Bastion of Rationality of Time. Of Time. This is the critical effect of Time. It would be nuclear or time damage. To involving focus or smart. Pocket Vet. Don't need to worry about that. Power of Hope. Magneto Hazard. Analyze the field. It's going to be the exact same thing. Reroll. Same thing. Seize the day. That's going to be fine. Twinkle in the eye. Brain blast. Smart. Projected perfection. Second, when using focus or smart. Brain blast. So let's see. I mean, we've got just a few. There's a few that we don't have, but what we get to do is we get to go all the way back up. And we begin looking down. Go back down, and we try to find some situations that we can use. Don't really need to worry about up here. If the mercenary has 0 skill in, if the has a 0 skill, if the mercenary has 0 skill, they may no, that's Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Give me one moment. to be leaving in like 2 minutes, but don't worry about it. We'll get some. How do we want to do anything with quirks? See, Jagged Alliance, one-way investigation. Do we have a new avenue? Let's create a new core, new angles. Web of intrigue. Plus 3D twists. Add plus 3D twists to a investigation check when there is only a let's see. Add plus 3D twists to an investigation check. Alright, fucking, we can just do that. It's an investigation check. Because that's your main gimmick. It's an investigation. You can do when the boiling point is reached, treat it as add plus 2 marks. Add plus 2 marks if the victorious, the mercenary side was victorious. Threats. Let's see what to do. Oh, all right. Give me one moment. I will be back yet again. needed to get a pan from my mom. that is why we got a little bit sidetracked. So, we'll shift the battle in their favor. Increase benefits, unstated features, large entities, vehicles, objects. We don't have objects. Let's see. We want to clever hit, combat action, the mercenary, it's a melee attack, makes a melee, I believe it's called, yeah, melee strike against a target, if they are successful. They deal damages normal to both mental and physical core. So it's effectively a clever hit is a critical hit. Actually, we can probably do something with crits. Let's see. Reactions. See, taking damage. What happens is the critical effect. Actually, critical gear. We'll do critical gear if the weapon, the mercenary. Actually, no. If the weapon the mercenary has can deal a actually elemental affinity. Elemental affinity. No, I want to. Now let's see. We want to maybe give them a. Revitalized. The mercenary clears the drained. It clears the distorted, drained, and fatigued condition. Yes, you immediately get that. Actually, so we can actually do wheel wizard. Actually, no. High-speed mechanic, vehicle combat action. Vehicle combat action. May attempt a daredevil / inventor. Actually would be a smarts plus daredevil / inventor. Test in a vehicle to repair durability during combat. Recovers 1 durability per SL. So pretty much you can just roll this. This is a vehicle combat action. You're spending a turn attempting to fix things midair. It's very dangerous. It's very deadly. Actually, we can do it foresight. Reduce the difficulty of a stretch by 2. Actually by 3, so it's pretty much you're secured all the way up to here, pretty much, like love democracy. Armored up. Kits, other gear, vehicles. We have vehicles. Actually, I know we can do souped up. Increase the velocity of a vehicle by 3 for the remainder of the vehicle combat round. Crankshaft, increase the handling of a vehicle by 2 for the remainder of the vehicle combat round. 2. Down here, mods, not really. Spells. Focused intent. Reduce the tax of any spell. Reduce the tax of any spell by 3. So regardless of whatever you're doing, you're just reducing the tax on you by 3. Fuck, we'll say 5 even. Reduce the tax by 5. Make it fucking free. Go for it. Okay. Okay. Web of intrigue. Add +3. Twist to in. Investigation check. power when the boiling point is reached in a confrontation. Add +2 marks to the final. Add +2 marks to the final result if the mercenary is successful. If the mercenary has the majority. So you do a little bit more. You do a little bit extra damage or mitigate a little bit more. It's kind of the idea, like, hey, you're pretty much saying no. I'm not going to take as much here, or instead of doing 1, you're going to do 3 or something like that. That's a lot. Clever hit. Combat action. Revitalized heart. Clear all these conditions. High speed mechanic. Daredevil synonym. Madcap mechanic. Madcap mechanic. Souped up. Increase the velocity. Crankshaft. Of a stretch during vehicle combat by 3. Focused intent, reduce the tax of any spell gesture, reduce the of any spell, including gesture and glyph by 5. Okay, so clever hit, we're going to say that's going to be 3. Crankshaft is going to be 4. Foresight's going to be 3. Focused intent is going to be 3. Madcap mechanic. Vitalized heart 3. Souped up. Crankshaft 4. Web of intrigue 2, and word of power is going to be oh yeah, we'll just do a shit ton more damage. There we are. Okay, one more. This is the hard one. Like, the abilities I always knew was going to be the one that's just going to require a lot of time. And that's really all it is. At the end of the day, that really is all this game is. Just a lot of just sitting here and waiting. A lot of just like, okay, time to just power through the sheer, monument of shit that needs to go through. Because there's just a lot. So let's do this. We're going to let's see. Spend mental core to recover physical core. Spend physical core. Mental core. We're gonna call this let's see. Bastion of Rationality. Actually, if we want to do this right, resist the critical effect of physical physical or diesel damage. Probably the two most consistent ones you're going to be running into. You're going to say no, resist the critical effect. Beholder's Eye. Physical core check of any type. Body. Final flex. This would be body or speed. Combat action. Calculated loss. Let's see. Atlas shrugged. Physical core entirely and emotional core 2 to 1. Shrugged. Power hit makes melee strike against a target if they are successful. They damage the base damage of their weapon. Yep, just absolutely wham bam. Final flex, loghead. Actually, jackalope. Uses their speed instead of a trait designated by the announcer. Let's see. What would be a good investigation? What would be a good investigate? Oh, yeah. I don't know. No, that's not a good one. We don't that one. Reduce the tax of any spell. Actually, Iron-blooded magi. May distribute any tax. Actually, no. Iron-blooded magi. Making a spell when making a spell check. Add body to the check as well. Actually, how do I want to? It would be no, that sounds more like a feat. Foresight. We're really that. Ultimate Soldier. Ultimate Soldier. The mercenary adds automatic to all of their weapons, even the melee ones. Until the end of the round. Even the melee ones. Yeah, effectively, all automatic. Remember, all automatic lets you do is make a second attack against an enemy there. So if you just burn a bunch of momentum, you can make like 8 attacks in a round because you just rush around and just unload everything because you're a one-man super soldier. Madcap mechanic, not really that. Let's see. Actually, we'll do bounce. The mercenary completely ignores damage from any attack. Completely ignores any damage from any attack, but still may suffer from the critical effect. Still may suffer from the critical effect. One for all. So you might still take, like, you might be hit, but you just say no. I take no damage. One for all. If we have all for one, one for all. When using cohesion, what's the name of that ability? 'Cause I can't remember at the top of my head. Dragon Alliance, Gambles with fate during critical moment. All evens count as 2. Mercenary automatically adds +3 SL to any damage check. Okay, you know, fuck it. When using cohesion to push, the mercenary imparts the benefit to all allies in the current combat. To all allies in the current combat until the end of the round. You can just say, no, I'm going to punch you. We'll make that cheaper. Actually, we'll make that super cheap. Personable. Projected perfection. Revitalize heart. Mercenary clear. Mm. Mm. Let's see. Mercenary clears. Let's go through all the different things there. See through. Mm. Mm. Intimidating glare. Mm. When the mercenary issues a threat during a confrontation, they gain +1 mark. They gain +1 marks. So even if they I'm just issuing a threat, being like, yeah, because you're just that intimidating. Seize the day. We don't need souped up, obviously. Mm. 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 Twist to a melee attack, to a melee strike action, which adds into the three twists to a ranged attack. To a ranged attack action, because yeah, you select these, you very narrow. Pretty much you can throw in every single one of the TF2 mercs, and it would be like, yeah, most of the spells are some kind of actually. What do you do with an automatic knife? How is that even possible? All automatic technically does is let you make a second attack. An automatic knife would be you just swinging that fast. Most of the spells are some kind of actually. Mm. 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 Pansy ass wizard. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 abilities. So we're gonna go all the way back up here. Mm. Mm. Let's see. We want to have. Maybe we can find. You need to have a good investigation ability. We have a good investigation ability here. Mm. Let's see. We'll see. Assist an ally even when the mercenary's skill is less than required. Yeah, just spend a little bit of muscle core and you get to help him even if you can't, technically. How does that work? I don't know. It just does. Let's see. We want to have... actually... from hazardous terrain, reduce it to 0. So they can walk through hazardous terrain, technically. Let's see. After a successful grapple action, the mercenary may choose to select a second effect to apply to the victim. So you can say, hey, I'm gonna do wallop and throw, or I can do like throw and, I want to do a throw and takedown, or I want to pin and take down. I've knocked your ass on the ground and, like we're locked together, or I wallop and pin you. There's some that kind of make a little bit more sense. Like technically you could take down and pin someone, like, or throw and pin someone. That doesn't really make any sense, but needed 5. 1, 2, 3. Take another reaction. May take another reaction this round. Effectively, you can spend it on wired reflexes instead of spending it on anything else. It would be physical. Physical. Actually, you reduce the critical effect of physical. Actually, no. You can resist agony. Agony, bleeding, blind. Blind. Prone. You recover immediately from any of those. And our final action, I know what we can do. Bunyan. Mercenary's unstoppable. Gained the bullish condition. They gain the bullish condition until the end of the round. You can pretty much recover 1d emotional and mental core right off the bat. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. DOS muscle, may assist in ally, even when the mercenary skill is less than required. Again, if you want to make a dumb, like a big dumb brute, you pick up DOS muscle early on, and you can help people even though you technically couldn't be able to. Whenever the mercenary would take damage from exclusive. Put that in there. Wired reflexes. Regains the bullish condition until the end round. No one gets immortal right off the bat because immortal is very good. Yes, you can just say that, you just clear it. It's just an automatic thing. It's not a combat action. DOS muscle. We're gonna say it's gonna be 3. Walking through hell. Will take damage from hazardous terrain. Reduce stress from 0. We're gonna say that's 4. Grapple master is gonna be 3. Wired reflexes is only gonna be 2. While Paul Bunyan is going to be 3. Paul Bunyan. Yeah, spells. Let's actually go to spells. Let's okay, so that is all of the abilities. Quite a few abilities that you can pick and choose from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unpin the header row here. Unpin the header. I'll probably have to go through here and just double check everything. Now we get to feats. All right, let's get to feats, everyone. All right, let's do it. Okay, we can do this. We're fine. How far are we in? We're 2 hours in. All right, that's honestly better than what I was thinking we were gonna get. Let's see. The feat is a permanent feature that the mercenary has. Let's see, that the mercenary has. This could be training, eldritch. A feat is a permanent feature that the mercenary has, allowing them to push beyond their limits, and exceed their potential by their rigorous work ethic. Should a each feat can only be selected each feat can only be selected once. Each feat can only be selected. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, so again, feats don't cost anything. We know that. That is the most basic fundamental of thing what we're working with. Feats do not cost anything. Because feats don't cost anything, we're gonna go all the way down here. Put this right here. We'll get rid of this column. We don't need this column anymore. And and we are going to write in what feats we need. We're just going to put in feats. Well, first things first, we're going to probably do physical wound. We're just going to say physical wound +1, emotional wound +1, mental wound +1. Easy peasy. These are things that we know. These are things that are guaranteed that we're going to have to use. I'm fine with that. So, we can add in like a specialty, actually we can do specialty, skill. We can do a skill specialty, being like you just like this is your thing. You'll get +3 twists right off the bat with it. Anytime you use this skill, anytime you use like a very particular aspect of a skill, you're gonna be getting feats with it. You get better assistance. Supernatural spirit attribute, pretty much allowing you to raise it to 12, which is kind of the like absolutely bonkers age. Hardened resolve. Actually, we're going to say emotional core up by 3. Emotional core, mental core up by 3, physical core up by. We can probably do like 5. Like you're just getting a little bit more. It's not much, but again, you're spending an entire thing to get not that much out of it, roughly speaking. Let's see. Want to add anything here? Actually, we can do a new quirk. He's going to add a new quirk. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna add a new quirk. Oh, I forgot developing quirks. No, we can put that in improvement. We can put that in improvement. That's fine. Wounds, where we add wounds. Actually, we can add in trust fund X money every adventure. Be like, yeah, you just get more money every adventure. That's your secret. You don't get anything else. Jagged Alliance. Okay, so it's here. Let's see, actually, Song of the White Carnation. Song of the White Carnations. What skills and abilities did I have for you? Ba 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 ba. Ba da 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 da. Oh, that's a good one. Hidden Blade. Have small. Twisted investigation, emotional. Twist in investigation, mental. Pugilist. Let's see, jumpy plus. Actually, pursue a lead. GM uncovers a core clue. Uncovers a core clue. Let's see. There'll be some good confrontation ones. Actually, ignore threat by another during a confrontation. Like, you just don't believe they're gonna do it, so they just won't. Like, nah, I don't think you will. Two-fisted conflict. Do we have anything in here? Mm. Mm. The mercenary counts as obscuring cover for their allies. Yeah, you're just huge. Hazardous terrain. The vehicles in the field. Let's see. Objects. Sentiment morale. Momentum by +1 when entering the position of authority. Let's see. Downing an enemy in melee. When downing an enemy in melee, increase momentum by +1. Actually, reactive. Add a second reaction. Recon and surprise. Resolve around normal, but in the same zone as the enemy. They will spot it easily. Actions. Let's see, during recon, can make a speed plus gangster, or it'd be speed plus gangster or harlequin. Gangster or Harlequin can make a speed plus gangster / harlequin check to avoid detection by an enemy with a target number equal to their focus, equal to their focus. So they might have a 4, they might have a 2 in focus, they might have a 5 in focus. And it's like, yeah, that's just the difficulty. You are allowed to do that, though. Cast a spell. After a successful melee attack, may attack a second target in the same zone. Turtle up. In the defend action, now increases defense by +2. Already added the second one, taking damage. I guess we can put in... I guess we can do in elemental affinity. The mercenary is considered to have resistance against a damage against a elemental, cold, electro, fire, cold, electro, fire, radiant, cold, electro, fire, or radiant. Damage. Heaven's miracle. When a mercenary takes a wound, they are considered to have the immortal condition until the end of the round. When a mercenary takes physical stress, during combat, they gain the quickened condition. They gain a quickened condition until the end of the round. They can move faster. Let's see, vehicle combat. Damn fine driver. Damn fine. Let's call it damn fine pilot. Reduce the difficulty of all stretch hazards by 1. Choose a vehicle type. Handling is considered to be +1. Handling when piloting said vehicle. Vehicle type. Let's see, what are we working with here? Bulging muscles. The bare chest armor has +1 armor value. Bare chest armor has +1 armor value. You just have... Why? Because I can do that. Actually, I should say form fitting. Reduce the weight of all armor by 1 to a minimum of 0. So yeah, everything just goes down by 1. So fine clothing becomes fine. Like, it makes things a little better for you because you're just there and you can do that. maintenance man. Reduce item maintenance. Reduce. Reduce maintenance of all items of all gear by 5. So it's very easy to get things, like certain things are going to be effectively free, like all your kits pretty much are going to be free because that's your thing. However, you still got to pay for everything. You know, armor is going to be pretty much free. You know, guns are going to be a little bit more expensive. You know, you still have to pay for all of these. Like none of them are really super cheap. But you're going to be able to afford a lot more because you've chose to invest in that. Reduce all the maintenance of all gear by 5. So, weapon. Choose a weapon. Gaining +1 base gaming +1 base damage, +1 base 1 +1 base damage, and +1 slots. And +1 slot. Accomplished magician. Reduce the final tax of any spell by 3. Living grimoire. The mercenary can tattoo and 2 spells, gestures, and glyphs to their own body. As a living grimoire. Let's see. Latin Pontificate, Latin citizen, actually, local citizen, I should say, a local citizen. The mercenary is local to the Latin Pontificate. They speak, they speak the language. They speak the language fluently. They speak the language fluently and have +2d twists. +2d twists to all conversations with friendly locals. Effectively, they like you because you're one of them. The mercenary has cultivated a set of contacts within the Pirates of the Caribbean. As such, they have what these other good ones that we could, like, hey, we're and written grimoire by the mercenary may have. I have 3 spells, 3 gestures, and 3 spells, 3 gestures, and 3 glyphs. Go. The party willful. Witty, that's it. +1. The mercenary chooses a skill. Actually, can only be selected once unless noted. Let's see. Special. The mercenary chooses a skill to develop a specialty inside of it. Let's see. The mercenary chooses the skill to develop a specialty inside of it, choosing a maybe done for every skill. This may be done for every skill, but no more than once per skill. Whenever they assist, they grant +2d instead of +1. Unnatural spirit. The maximum a trait can be raised to is 12 from 10. This choose any choose any trait. This choose any trait. It can be raised to a for improvements. Hardened spirit, hardened body. I'm sorry if I'm not being super exciting. This is literally just the grind at this point. That's legitimately all this is. This isn't a lot of like, oh boy, yeah, let's have some fun. No, this is just, you sit here and this is what you have to do. It's just grinding. That's all it is. And grinding does break some. It happens. Quirky. The mercenary adopts a new quirk. A new quirk. Mm. 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 They gain 2d6 plus 5 USD every adventure. At the start of every adventure. Mercenary. Even when completely unarmed, is assumed to have a knife, a unaugmented knife on them at all points. Mm. 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 To any investigation check when using physical when using a physical core trait. Mm. Mm. Investigation check when using a mental or trait. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, we only have to put in all of these still. Let me indulge. You want to find? Mm. 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 Yeah, the stunning Mm. Yeah, +2 to their base initiative. Mm. 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 Whenever they discover a clue. Whenever they discover a clue, they may discover another one of lower quality. Oh, actually discover another one of similar or lower quality. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Love. When during a confrontation, When a threat is issued by an opponent, when a threat is issued by an opponent, the mercenary may spend a statement dismissing it entirely. Double or nothing during a confrontation. When the mercenary puts down a threat. When the mercenary puts down a threat, they may choose to escalate the confrontation. So pretty much, like, you're putting more on the line. Anytime you put a threat, which means they kind of have to ante up as well. It's like you're putting down something else, like give me everything I want. Let me take a second action. Let me take a second action. Usable. Actually, it triggers once per round, so you can't do it more than once. Reactive. Add a second reaction. The mercenary may perform a second reaction. Reactive, sneaky bastard. During recon, when an enemy enters the same zone as the during recon, when an enemy enters the same zone as the mercenary, How to avoid detection by an enemy. There. Heavens feel, heavens divine. Whoa. have so fucking many. Right. Choose vehicle time. I got a lot to do tonight anyway. It's the fun part. Because what I'm going to have to do tonight is that I have made a note to myself that I legitimately need to get as much done of the Friday's video as possible tonight. Because there's just a lot I need to do. Okay, so let's see. It's 8:44. Gee. All right. We did it. Let's see. I mean, this was only. Let's. How much did we do today? Let's play a game. How much did we do today? 2,500 words. That's not bad. Probably more about like 2,300. Yeah. That's what you say. Woo. I'm gonna have to clean some of these up. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna have to some of these are going to need to get cleaned up pretty extensively by just virtue of like I just need to like make sure that they make a little bit more sense, clean up tables and stuff just to make sure everything is like the exact same way. Consistency is king. And sometimes just legitimately that is the name of the game with this one, everyone, is it just takes time. Let's do forward ascending. There we go. Okay. Buffy. Yeah, we're gaming. We can do this. Okay. All right. It's only 9 o'clock. We can finish. We'll finish improvements. That's gonna be the goal. Primarily, these are done through deeds. But spending a full advancement. Allows a mercenary to like 2 improvements instead of enjoy 2 improvements instead of 1. Enjoy 2 improvements instead of 1. So what we want to do is we're going to select this. Mm. Actually, I know what you can do. Mm. 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 Sort of left. Mm. 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 Advancements. So, an advancement, which is going to be increase a trait by increase a trait by 1 up to 10. Increase 2 skills by +1. Aspect to a adopt the second aspect to a quirk. Increase a trait by 1 up to 7. Increase a trait up by 1. Increase 1 skill by +1. One new aspect to a quirk. Because how quirks work is effectively they do different things, and yeah, we can make this really easy. This is legitimately all that it's going to be. It doesn't need to be anything more. What am I don't know why I'm trying. I don't know why I'm trying to overthink this. I don't need to. This is legitimately all it is. Improvements are rarely the best investment for a... Actually... No, now! I've made my mistakes! Okay. Oh. Oh. There we go. Increase 3 skill. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so improvements are really deeds deeds as let's see. Yep, that's literally all it is. So actually what we do is deeds as explained before are minor advancements that the mercenaries can accumulate along larger adventures that enable them to improve their skills, traits slowly and steadily. When for minor advancements, the mercenaries can accumulate along larger adventures that enable them to improve their skills and traits slowly and steadily. When a deeds are only awarded. Let's see. Deeds are only awarded naturally when the the adventure continues on between episodes. But not awarded at the final episode of the adventure. And an advancement would be rewarded. So if it took 3 episodes to complete an adventure, the mercenaries would have 2 deeds and 1 advancement of choice. The alternative method to purchase a deed is to buy one. The term buying a deed may seem like going to a store to buy an advancement, to buy a skill up. The term buying a deed may sound like going to a store, but it covers a host of training, carousing and burning money to fuel obsessions, to fuel the mercenary lifestyle. Each deed costs 50 USD. Each deed costs 50 actually it costs 100 USD. Representing going through all of the money necessary. To acquire the basic. Training in different fields. If the mercenary finds themselves in a safe location among those willing to train or assist them, they may buy deeds at a discounted rate set by the announcer. But even the kindest allies still even among the kindest allies, a bit of dosh goes a long way. So that's kind of the idea. You can buy deeds you can literally just get deeds naturally. So you would get, if 3 episodes complete an adventure, at the end of every episode, you're going to need to get a brand new deed that you can spend on increasing some skills, works. Alternatively, you can actually I should say side note on the other hand, if a mercenary is desperate for some capital, they may trade in a deed for 50 USD immediately. 50 USD immediately. This represents grabbing loans, calling in favors, or leveraging their mercenary skills to do some basic legwork for some pocket cash. Or to do some basic legwork for some pocket cash. Exchanging deeds for advancement. Depending on the type of campaign being run. There may be long stretches between completing adventures and between completing adventures. This presents a glut of deeds that may destabilize. That may go unused or uncared for. The announcer may choose to open the exchange up and declare that deeds may be traded in for advancements at a 3-to-1 and a 3-to-1 exchange. Change up and declare that deeds may be traded in for advancements. Normally 3 deeds are needed for an advancement. Normally 3 deeds are needed for an advancement. But the announcer is the final call. This creates a new value for a deed, or a new value for a deed, as its value now is 150. As its value. Immediate benefits, cash reward. Let's see, on both immediate benefits, cash reward, or saving them up for major boons. This isn't going to be natural because I'm going to have to put in the GM section. Effectively, most things are going to be about 3 episodes at best. Don't go anything larger than that. Yeah, it's going to be about, my big thing is a 3-3-3 way. 3 sessions, 3 episodes make up a long adventure. You can probably do one episode an adventure if you really want to. But 3 episodes equal adventure. 3 adventures kind of make up a pretty solid arc. 3 arcs make a good campaign. So in total, if you're looking about maybe 15 sessions of having, fun, exciting adventure. Ha ha ha. Want to go longer? Of course you can go longer. You can have multiple arcs. You can have multiple adventures. Doesn't really matter. You do you. But that's kind of like the most basic. You get everyone. I expect most people to get like, we have about 9, not an absurd number of I don't expect people to get an absurd number. So, in our current state of being, we are done with advancement. We have done with the hard part. Legitimately speaking, all we need to do now is the announcers, enemy creation, and some GM notes. That's legitimately all we need to do at this point. That is going to be on Friday. Why am I doing it on Friday? I'm doing it on Friday entirely because I can. And I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it right now. I could probably finish this up, like, relatively quickly. But I also don't want to do it right now because I'm kind of tired. And I've got shit I've got to do tonight. So that's why we're not doing that. In case you must know. But yeah, no, I think we're it's effectively like the hard part is done. Like you gotta understand that the hard part is now done. It is just enemy creation, and I know how I want to do enemy creation. I'm going to be basing it off of we're basing it a little bit off the 2D20 system, actually, the Fallout thing, because I kind of was like, oh, I got very inspired with the Fallout RPG. I was like, oh, I know exactly how to do this now, and it's going to be great. It's going to work fantastically. It's just going to take time. That's all that it can. That's all that it is. That's time. So, thank you all for watching. My name is Notepad. I hope you had a fun time. Godspeed. Good luck. I will see you all on Friday, most likely. There may be a stream of the Garden of Eden tomorrow, depending on how things go. I am going to attempt to get the video out on Friday, though that is a crapshoot. I'm gonna be honest. That is a crapshoot for a few reasons, but I'm feeling decent. We'll get it done. Thank you. I am away.